A subject comprehending several succeeding consecutive basic subjects and having some essential qualities in common is called agglomeration. An area of the knowledge universe that contains a topic and occasionally serves as a component of a subject system. It is called segment. To denote any scheme in which a compound subject is first analyzed into its facets in the idea plane and later synthesized in the verbal plane and in the notational plane, respectively, is called analytico synthetic classification scheme. If emphasizes the need for establishing a homonym free, synonym free, agreed standard terminology for denoting basic subjects and isolate ideas in each discipline, then it is called verbal plane. The isolate in a schedule may be arranged in the sequence of the decreasing quantity of the documents published or anticipated to be published in them, except when any other overwhelming consideration rules it out. It is called principles of literary warrant. System of ordinal numbers used to represent the classes in a scheme of classification is called notation. Ordinal number which fixes the position of a document in a library relative to other documents having the same ultimate class is called book number. Relation between the components array isolates of a complex array isolate is called intra-array relation. Match the following. So option A is correct. In this match the following, option C is correct. 13th International Caliber 2022 organized by InflipNet in collaboration with Benares Hindu University, Varanasi. Current and archival access to core and peer-reviewed journals and bibliographic citation and factual databases in different disciplines for its member institutions, including centrally funded technical institutions, universities, and colleges covered under UGC Act 12B and 2F. It is called E-Shot Sindhu. The network distributes, stores, and retrieves information to assist national and state governments spend resources effectively and boost socio-economic progress nationwide. Commissioned in November 1987 is NICNET. The term Dharmagunj and Dharmagancha is related to Nalanda. Kerala Public Libraries Act enacted in the year 1989. The canon of currency, which is one of the important canons in the verbal plane, has replaced the term library cooperation, resource sharing, as the library having duty of collecting and preserving for posterity the literary products of that country and the central station for assembling and disseminating thought energy is the National Library. In this match, the following option A is the correct answer. And in the 19th question, option C is the correct answer. Here, option B is the correct answer. So, information is a processed data. So, the answer is option B. In this match, the following option A is the correct answer. Barriers of information communication are noise, semantic barrier, organization policies, and listening. So, option D, all of the above are correct. In Berlow's SMCR model of communication, C stands for channel. Who developed the concept of information society? Fritz Maslach. Bern convention is associated with tackle problems of literary works and tackle problems of artistic works. Option D is the correct answer. Provision for granting product patents was enabled in which act? Patent Amendment Act of 2005. Copyright Act gives a right to author to reproduce the work, distribute copies of the work to the public by sale or other transfer of ownership, make translation of the work. So all are the correct answers. So option D is the right answer. Under which concept library allows copyrighted material for writing criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research for the fair use. Under which type of censorship obscene or morally questionable material is censored? Moral censorship. Web of Science is a bibliographic database and a citation index. Traditional information resources are of two kinds. They are documentary and non documentary sources. Bibliography of doctoral dissertation is an example of which type of source. It is a secondary source as well as a web resource. Which source of NISCAR provides descriptive information about the flora, fauna, minerals of India, wealth of India? Which database is used by economists for current statistical information? CMIV. According to Dr. S.R. Ranganathan, reference services includes Ready and Long Range Reference Service. Acronym ASTAFS stands for Authority, Scope, Treatment, Arrangement, Format, Special Features. Which source helps the librarian to know the subscription amount and publisher's details of any foreign journal? Ulrich Periodical Directory. Which database provides open access ebooks? Google Books. DOAJ stands for Directory of Open Access Journals. How many categories of users have been recognized by S.R. Ranganathan? Four types. 42nd question is the cancelled one. The process of establishing contact between readers and their documents in a perfect way within a very short time is related to ready reference service. The best approach towards searching of documents in the library is call number. Which of the following bibliographic entry arrangements save the reader's time and energy? Alphabetical, classified, and chronological. All these save the reader's time and energy. Dancing on marionettes, mimes, and dancers. WS Oral Dance 8 47 to 51 Fold 73. See also Dance, Music, Jazz Music. The above entries are related to alphabet under subject headings. Users benefit from indexing services since they save the time, serve as a rapid survey of retrospective literature, help to some extent in overlapping the language barrier. All three are correct, so the correct option is all of the above, option D. The problems such as comprehensiveness, duplication, gaps, scattering of information, incompleteness, time lag, lack of sensitivity, too expensive, and lack of coordination are related to indexing and abstracting. Defense Science Laboratory, which is now known as LASTEC. UMLS stands for Unified Medical Language System. The collection development policy and procedures should include librarian, staff and board members, and patrons. The art of choosing the best material for a specific group of people in a specific location at a specific time is related to collection building. In stockroom, each row of book racks should be furnished at each end with a signal guide on which the classes accommodated in the row are indicated in a manner calculated to catch the eye of the reader. S.R. Ranganathan's guidelines mentioned above have to do with the fourth law. The library's priorities and policies can be indicated by the budget. The line item budget will provide details by sources format, patron's age level, and subject. Banaras Hindu University Library is replication of British Museum Library. The library shape could be H or Y shape, L or TY shape, or W shape. The to-do list encompasses days, months, and weeks. The 59th question is a cancelled one. The details of number of titles published, number of new titles purchased, median of titles, and number of new titles available in the shelf may help the librarian to analyze the library buying power. ISBD or NBM was published in the year 1977. Cutter's rule for a dictionary catalog was first published in the year 1876. AACR 1 rule was published in the year 1967. Mark was developed by Library of Congress. The term thesaurus was first used by Helen Brownson. The chain indexing is considered as a particular version of POPSI. PRESI was developed by Derek Austin. The metadata was coined by Jackie Myers in the late 1960s. The Dublin Core metadata element set consists of 15 data elements. A set of rules and procedures of chain procedure was prepared by Dr. S.R. Ranganathan. Koha was created in 1999 by Katipo Communications for the Horowinia Library Trust in New Zealand. E-Grandhalaya is a digital platform developed by Centralization National Informatics Center. Metropolitan Area Network is a size of between LAN and WAN. TCP or IP protocol was developed by Bob Kahn and Wyndon Cerf. Active Hub, Active Hub serves as both a wiring as well as a repeater center. Hybrid clouds used to access the local and remote resources. ISDN provide three kinds of fully integrated digital services to the users. Mozilla Firefox, Mozilla Firefox, open source web browser developed by the Mozilla Foundation and Mozilla Corporation in the year 2004. Ethernet technology works through cables. Which international treaty focuses on the protection of literary and artistic works and sets minimum standards for copyright across member countries? Berne Convention. In the context of intellectual property, what does TRIPS stand for? Trade related aspects of intellectual property rights. What is the primary objective of the WIPO Copyright Treaty? Adapting copyright principles to the digital environment. What is the main objective of the Patents Act of 1970 in India? Granting exclusive rights to inventors. The copyleft movement is associated with advocacy for open source software. What does GART primarily deal with in the context of intellectual property? Trade related aspects of intellectual property. In the context of copyright, what is the objective of the Universal Copyright Convention (UCC)? Promoting international copyright protection. What is the primary focus of the Paris Convention? Protection of industrial property. What organization is responsible for the administration of the Paris Convention? World Intellectual Property Organization (WIPO). Which amendment to the Patents Act of India introduced product patents for pharmaceuticals? Patents Amendment Act of 2005. Unicode is a formal standard that is used as an encoding scheme providing a unique number for every character irrespective of platform, program, and language. In this question, C is the answer. Dash give copyright owner right to protect their work in digital format. Digital Millennium Copyright Act. In this match the following question, option C is the correct answer. A digitization program initiated by the National Library of India to digitize rare books, manuscripts, and other resources are called Down the Memory Lane. National Repository on OER is developed by CET and NCERT. It holds large number of educational resources in different languages related to school education. 97th question is a cancelled one. NTLI project was established under the aegis of National Mission on Education through ICT. A digital representation of the non-text material such as drawing, photograph, maps, which are static is called graphics. Which of the following is not a potential application of AI in libraries? Maintaining physical collections. Others, that is, automated cataloging and classification, recommending books and other resources to users, providing chatbots for customer service are all the potential application of AI in libraries.